She saw them suck each other's cocks. Sushi! Sushi! Now
the list of shit that she's done. Look at it.
Look at it.
Look.
She's crazy. Your fat ass was getting sushi?
Like sushi. There isn't even any like way to intro this video.
Not at all.
Okay? Just sit down. Get yourself something.
Grab something to eat.
Get some tea. Get some popcorn.
Grab a blunt. I don't know. Something to keep you entertained while you watch this.
This story.
It's the time Zaina was obsessed by a psychopath. There it is.
We don't even know
That's the title.
Fuck. Like, and this isn't even just like one day, 1 year. No, this spans over a span of 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. This woman was.
This thing.
Was basically terrorizing me and just getting rid of everybody so that she can have me to herself.
She's psycho.
And if you're watching this,
thank you.
We hate you.
Anyway.
So this woman, we're gonna call her Vomit.
Yeah.
So it's gonna start from 7th grade to senior year.
So I met Vomit 7th grade when she moved here from Hawaii, and I was like, hey. You're a cool, like, weird person, and I'm also weird. Let's be friends. So, 7th grade is not really tea. We were just kind of friends. We were living. She made friends. I kind of made her popular because everyone wanted to talk to me, and no one, like, talked to her because she was, like, 6 feet.
That's a theme.
So, I kind of made the bitch popular. Anyway.
So, come 8th grade, that was when I showed up. That was my first year at the middle school that we went to, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what was happening. So, when she approached me, I was like, oh, okay. Like, it wasn't tea. I was like, okay, she seems pretty cool. Let's get like skip fast forward halfway into, 8th grade was when we like to call it the pad story comes about. We're in the locker room and we had to take PE in 8th grade. So some wonderful person bullied this poor girl. We'll call her Diploma.
Yeah.
We'll call her Diploma.
She doesn't have one, but we'll call her Diploma.
Diploma. So, Diploma, she wasn't technically getting bullied, I'll take that back. She was I don't even know, like, I don't barely remember. But I got in trouble, basically, because there was a pad put on her back. Like a fucking menstrual pad on her back, stuck to her back. So I took a picture of it, and I put it on, like, my, like, Snapchat, like, private story back in the day. And I was like, ha ha ha, this is funny. Then, not even, like, a period later, Vomit texts me, and she's like, that isn't cool. Like, why would you do that? So I deleted it. I deleted it like 30 minutes later after I posted it, because I was like, hey, it's not even funny, and like, I don't know, she kind of made me feel bad, Vomit. She was like, you'd have to do that, and whatever. Little did I know, coming from that, the bitch told on me. She told on me. She told the office on me. Got me in school suspension for supposedly putting a pad on her back. And I said, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't do it. Yes, I posted it on social media. And that was my bad. But I deleted it like 30 minutes later. So you didn't have to tell on me.
I didn't even like the girl that the pad was on. Because we were all in ESS together. And like, it would literally be me and Vomit. Like, and everyone else, because like we didn't like anyone. Everyone there was idiots. So like when that happened, I was like, since when do we like Diploma? Like,
so there was this whole big argument. I got sent into the dean's office like twice the day after, and that night, the night after, she was like texting me. She was like, I can't believe you do this and did that. We had this whole long ass conversation. Like it was done. I was done. Zaina said, I'm washing my hands clean of the woman. I don't want it. I'm in school suspension, and if y'all don't know, at our school, in-school suspension was like a really big deal.
It was a big thing.
So when I got it, I was like, ugh. I was like, okay, whatever. So after the week of in-school suspension, I was like, all right, I'm done with this woman. Then 3 weeks later, I'm without talking to this woman. I'm not talking to Vomit. I'm literally minding my business, and she comes back to me. She's like, I'm sorry, like, I missed you, and da-da-da, and I was like, I didn't really miss her. Like, I was like, okay, whatever, like, cool. I was like, okay, you know you're wrong, right? She was just like, yeah, like, da-da-da, I'm sorry, like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay, as long as you know you're wrong. Anyway, so I just was like, I'm being the dumb bitch I am, forgave her, and I was like, yeah, let's go to high school together. And, yeah, that was, we were friends until the end of that year, 8th grade, and this is where this story gets
This is where
it starts to snowball. I told you guys that we met, me and Lasagne. We met in 8th grade, but we got really close like 9th grade, I want to say, because we were in the same math class and we bonded over that woman. That class was just, that's another story. And then we bonded over our theater class. Going into 10th grade though, that was when Vomit started to get really evasive when it came to like my other friendships, because that was when I got close to my other friends that didn't go to our school. And then Lasagne, and then I said I was going to join the advanced theater class that we all wanted to go into, and she's like, "Oh, you should volleyball." Like going into 10th grade, because that was like the summer. She's like, "Yeah, you should volleyball." And da-da-da. She was like taking me to all these these open gyms and like telling me to like join volleyball, just like really pushing this volleyball on me. And I'm like, and she knew, Vomit knew, she knew that all the volleyball times and the games and practices would directly like clash with the theater shows that I wanted to do, and I know I wanted to do theater, so I was like, oh man, like I don't really want to do volleyball. Like I didn't think it was gonna like coincide like this, but she knew, so she was like, okay, and she dropped volleyball to join theater. So she wanted to be the sound person, and the bitch, our teacher, was like, sure, and just like let her. So I was like, okay, cool, we're all in theater together. This is cool. So that was 10th grade. Again, there wasn't any huge siege besides about the me and Lasagne got close. Oh,
we got close.
We're friends.
Mind you, this entire time, Vomit hates my guts.
No,
hates me. She's talking shit to people. If I'm hanging out with Zaina, she'd rather just like, she'd be like, let's go like to my house. So she'd be like, yeah, let's go to my house, Z. And I'd be like, can I come? She'd be like, oh no. And then like at the time, my brother was crazy, so he'd be like, you can't go out. And I'd be like, okay, I'm not going out. But like, me and Zaina's friendship was still close enough to where even though it was only at school for the time, it was still close enough.
Yeah. Coming into junior year. That was we began to get close with Ashley. You guys know Ashley, she's on the channel. She's cool. We're chilling. And little did we know, she began to get jealous because in the class and of our friend group, she was the first one. Ashley was the first one to get her license. Mm-hmm. So we were like, she would be selective with who she wanted in her car, rightfully so, because she was 16 and honestly couldn't even drive people around in the first place. Yeah. So we were like, let's go to like Denny's. Like, it wasn't even anything like crazy. It was like, let's go to Denny's. Let's go to like her house. Let's go like do homework. It wasn't like crazy. So.
And then we also hung out spring break that year because we all wanted jobs, but her mom said she couldn't get a job at the time. So we were like, okay, we're gonna go job hunting because we all want a job.
But like as that's happening, the very beginning of junior year was when I had a boyfriend. You guys know the boyfriend.
You know
Justin. If you guys haven't watched my boyfriend was furry, I don't even fucking remember. That story time? Yeah. That's in the description box below. But I was dating Justin at the time, going into junior year, and I broke up with him. The second day of junior year, I broke up with him, and Vomit knew, Franklin knew, like, oh, you guys don't know Franklin, watch the video, and like everyone knew. So another time, and then like given a month or two, suddenly Vomit's close with Justin and Franklin. They're going to the mall together. They're going to each other's houses. Like they're hanging out after school.
She saw them suck each other's cocks. And I wish I could make this up. She saw them suck each other's penis.
I mean, like Franklin sucked Justin's and Justin sucks Franklin's. Franklin, I'm sorry. Actually, we're kind of cool with Franklin now. So, like, you know who you are. We're not saying your names.
We can't say you know, but you know who you are.
Why are you gonna get close with my ex?
That, like, Zaina definitely vocalized, like, I don't like him. He's a fucking weirdo.
And then her excuse would be like, because then he kill himself if he had no friends. He's going through a lot.
Mind you, this is the same person that our theater teacher thought was going to shoot us up. You have to watch My Boyfriend Was a Furry story time. That goes into it, but like that was the guy like I tried to fight like 3 times. You just gotta watch it because Justin was a mess. He was
the problem of that year, and the beginning of it, she was his friend. Anyways. So that was the funnest thing. Then all of a sudden, they stopped being friends. So this is the end of our junior year. And we all go. Mind you, I told you guys that Ashley was the first one to have her license in our group. The second one to have her license in our group was Franklin. So we all piled up in Franklin's car after a show night of the musical we were in.
Franklin, Vomit, you, canceled man, two other canceled
Two
people.
other
So two
canceled
other
people.
they're just canceled, so it won't even matter. But two other canceled people. Mind you, earlier that day before it even showed, like the show started, me, Vomit, and Zayn were hanging out. We were like, oh, it's Friday after the show, like we should all hang out. Mind you, I'm still thinking by this point, I'm like, Vomit likes me. We're all like, it's us three, we're a collective friends. She hates me, but we don't talk about it.
So she was just like, he putting over like, yeah, you can come over, yeah, it's fine, it's
Even
fine.
though we started the whole conversation, I was there for it.
So that was that talk. So at that night, when we all piled in the car, Lassane was just a little behind. Like he was probably like taking off his makeup or like doing something like
because for this show I was tech.
Yeah.
So I had to do tech things to make sure everything was like locked up and everything. So I was like, wait for me, and Zayn was like, okay, we'll just like wait in the car.
So I was like, okay, and like mind you guys don't even get it. She was double playing. She would like text me like bullshit, like be like, oh my god, what the fuck is Lassane doing? Like, but like Lassane would be right there. She'd be talking shit about Lassane to me, and I'd be like, okay, like it. So when all that was happening, she was like, let's just go, and I was like, no, like we're not gonna go without like Lassane. And then like Franklin was like, okay, whatever, like he didn't care. And then like the ops were all in the car and we were already gonna pile up as it was. So we told you it was Franklin. So it was Franklin, Vomit in the front seat. And then it was two of the ops and me. It was a 5-seat car. So one of the ops wasn't even supposed to go. Like finally Lassane comes and she's like, oh, like, yeah, I guess you can get in the car.
And she was like, you can come next time. We can like do this again next week. And I was like,
next time?
I was one of the people that's like come up with this day. So me being aggressive, like I'm not even aggressive, I was just like, I'm getting in. And like the ops at the time, they were just like, yeah, get in, like we're all friends. We should be able to just hang out.
It wasn't even like it was like a 20-minute drive either. Like literally we could pile up and like break a little bit lost, like a 2-minute drive. Her house is right next to the school. So like we could go. Franklin was like, whatever, we get in. And then like the ride there, like Vomit's like complaining the whole time. She's like, oh, like maybe like if Lassane didn't get in the car, like we wouldn't be in this predicament. Like we're all like smushed. I'm sorry you're smushed, op. Like I'm sorry, op. Like all smushed. And I was sitting there, I was like, okay.
It's not even like that smushed. Like the only thing was Zaina sat on my lap instead. Like that's it.
That's it. She would turn me, she's like, are you okay? Zaina, are you okay? Like,
is your neck okay?
Yeah.
Huh?
Literally, she's like, is your neck okay? And I was like, what the fuck?
Like, cause you're fucking crazy. I'm getting in this car, fatty.
like yeah,
you butt too
like
hard.
my neck's okay.
Like no, I'm dead. I'm like, huh?
So then we get there to the house. This is the same night, guys. We're on the couch. All of us are just chilling. All of a sudden, I was in her name. Mama was like, let's go upstairs, Zaina. And I was like, okay. And so, little did I know, she's like, yeah, Mom's calling me. So we went up there, me and her. She's like, yeah, come upstairs with me. And she's talking to her mom, and she's like, I can't believe Lassane like even came in. So she told her mom the story. She was like, Lassane just like popped into the car, like we didn't even ask him to come, like we just like piled up. And her mom was like, what? Like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like, why is he even here? And she was like, I don't even know. Like, he's like, he fucking stinks. Like, like how like he's been like sticking up the car the whole time. Like he was just talking to each other, like dragging him to filth. But I'm downstairs
in her house
watching a movie, like a scary movie with Franklin and the other ops. So that was the beginning of the end. So for Lassane, so that's when like he was like, okay, I feel uncomfortable, like I'm done. And so that summer was when she began to like try to isolate me from my other friends.